Hello.
Hello.
I wrote a speech for my grandfather, or a toast, I should say. Born 3/3/1933, if you haven't realized it yet, my grandfather's a pretty special guy. Standing at 6'2", I've always looked up to him. In the stories I've heard from him and about him, he's always been working. Providing for his family has always been priority number one. I have many fond memories of my grandpa. I remember as a little girl giving him my version of a pedicure after he made the long drive from New York to Toronto. I remember him forgetting his patent leather belt at our house, only to come back a few years later to find out Mommy had wore it out on me. I remember him teaching me how to change the spark plugs on my car, and after driving 30 hours by myself from Toronto to South Florida moving here, I remember him reteaching me how to drive. My dada, which is what I called him as a child, loves only God more than his family. Yesterday at church, we prayed together. It was a long prayer, and after a while on my knees, I started leaning from one side to the other because they started to hurt. I opened one eye and realized my 80-year-old granddad kneeled steadfast. It was clear to me then that only a man who would spend a lot of time in prayer could be so comfortable in that position. Today, please join me as I represent his grandchildren in toasting my grandfather and his legacy.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you for the wonderful toast, Keisha. Thanks. Young Mrs. Zayla Grace is coming to read a poem to her great-granddad.
Little things, little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. Thus, little moments, humble though they be, make the mighty ages of eternity. Thus, our little errors lead us away from the path of virtue of the of sin into sin. To stray, off in sin to stray. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love, make our earth and Eden like the heaven above. Yay. Happy birthday, Dad.
Thanks, Sue.
Good job.
And Elijah has a poem that he wrote for you.
A birthday poem written by Elijah Clark. Happy birthday, Dad. Have a ball. Have no problems, not at all. It's a beautiful day, the day you were born. I'm sorry the menu has no roast corn. This day is such a blast. Let's think of ways to make it last. As I read this poem to you, please know how much I love you too. You are no ordinary man. I'm your #1 fan. There's no problem, there's no doubt. You're the giant we talk about. You are special. You are a special man in my life, and my great-grandmother makes a good wife. At church, you're more than many people. You're at the top of the steeple.
Good job.
So like I said, it is open mic. This is called What Really Matters. A retiree said to his 80-year-old friend, "Is it true you're getting married?" The friend said, "Sure is. Have I met her?"